On November 13, 1979, Los Angeles criminal lawyer Jennifer Walters goes Gamma in Savage She-Hulk #1, written by Stan Lee with art by John Buscema. When thugs shoot Jen to prevent her from revealing a criminal cover-up, her cousin, Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, performs an emergency blood transfusion, infecting Jen's blood with his gamma radiation. When Jen wakes up in the hospital, she's surrounded by goons disguised as doctors. As they try to take her out, Jen transforms into She-Hulk. Smashing through the hospital, She-Hulk defeats the thugs and gets a confession. Jen becomes a hero, using her passion for justice to fight for what's right. On July 20th, 1971, the Defenders face off against their first great foe in Marvel Feature #1, written by Roy Thomas with art by Ross Andru. Doctor Strange gathers the Hulk and Namor to save the world from villain Yandroth's evil Omegatron device. Together, the heroes conjure, strike, and smash their way to victory, thanks to the Eye of Agamotto. Though initially reluctant, the Defenders stand together against mystic forces of darkness, with new heroes joining in on the fight along the way. On July 2nd, 1963, Earth's mightiest heroes join forces for the first time in Avengers #1, written by Stan Lee with art by Jack Kirby. When Loki causes mischief on Earth to provoke his brother Thor to fight him, the Hulk's caught in the crossfire. Though he manages to save a train full of people from Loki's evil plot, the Hulk is still portrayed as a rampaging monster by the press. Thor, Ant-Man, Wasp, and Iron Man pick up an ensuing distress call and fly to investigate. Working together, the 5 heroes defeat Loki. While celebrating their victory, they realize that they could do even more good if they joined forces. The Wasp suggests they call themselves the Avengers, becoming one of the greatest superhero team-ups in history. On October 15th, 1968, the original Guardians of the Galaxy joined forces for the first time in Marvel Superheroes #18, written by Arnold Drake with art by Jane Colan. Set in the year 3007, the Guardians form after cosmic pioneer and militiaman Charlie 27 discovers that his planet has been enslaved by the evil Badoon, causing him to teleport across the universe to seek allies in a battle for his home. He recruits Martin X on Pluto, and on Earth, they run into Vance Astro and Yondu the Centurion, 2 warriors who had escaped the clutches of the Badoon. Despite mistaken identities and brief fisticuffs, the heroes soon realize that they are all fighting for justice and form a new team, the Guardians of the Galaxy. On September 28, 2005, Scarlet Witch utters 3 words that rocked the Marvel Universe: "No more mutants," in House of M #7. Written by Brian Michael Bendis with art by Olivier Coipel, House of M follows Wanda's descent into madness as she tries to cope with the tragedies that have befallen her, causing her to change reality as we know it. In this penultimate issue, a coalition of X-Men and Avengers head to Genosha to find Wanda, battle Magneto, and restore true reality. As the conflict rages, the involvement of Scarlet Witch's family, Quicksilver and Magneto, is revealed. Wanda, enraged and unhinged, unleashes the full fury of her chaos magic and utters the fatal words, "No more mutants," as the world around her disappears in a flash of white. On June 25th, 1991, Mutantdom's most militant and combative hero squad sets out on their first mission in the eponymous X-Force #1, written by Fabian Nicieza and Rob Liefeld, with art by Rob Liefeld. Led by the time-traveling warrior Cable, X-Force infiltrates a mutant liberation front base in Antarctica, determined to defeat the terrorist strike, but the MLF escapes when they're teleported away. S.H.I.E.L.D. discovers the base's ruins and determines that X-Force is a threat. Nick Fury's called in and authorizes the use of a new Weapon X to track down the anti-heroes. On August 31st, 1939, Timely Comics publishes Marvel Comics #1, changing the fate of comic books forever. Featuring the origin stories of the Human Torch, the Submariner, and more, Marvel Comics #1 paved the way for the entire Marvel Universe. The Human Torch begins as a scientist experiment gone wrong, an android that bursts into flames when exposed to oxygen. Meanwhile, Namor's duality as hero to his undersea people and scourge of humanity begins in earnest. As Timely Comics experiments with new stories and genres, it renames itself Atlas Comics in the 1950s, and then in 1961, the publisher takes on the name of the comic that started it all, and becomes the Marvel Comics we know today.